Good day, my name is Jimmy Wright. I am in an apostolic call and I'm the CEO of Crossing Lion Gate and also part of the Lion Gate Apostolic House. God has specifically called me in a Nehemiah calling in order to do the reconstruction of cities, as God has called many people. So I realized that with the church, many times we look at the Nehemiah call as something that is associated with a group of churches, and then we call it city transformation, and normally that is a fraternal of pastors that's coming together to talk about how are we going to change the city. If you look at the book of Acts in chapter 4, we find that the apostles had a trading floor where city transformation was coming from an economical forum into a global space, from Jerusalem to Samaria to the ends of the earth. And if you look at the Great Commission, God directly instructed that we should have everything in common, there should be no one in need, there should be no lack, which means that the city in its total will be taken care of both financially, spiritually, as well as socially. This is my call today, that we do not look from a theological perspective to city transformation as an objective of only the church, but that we will look at 4 sectors of city transformation, which first is the church and the school as cross-section of community. Secondly, it is definitely government that should be included in this process with ward councillors and members of mayoral council. We should definitely look at our business world as a major component of financial success in a city, and fourthly, to civil society. If you look at the 4 sectors, my problem is with sector 1, normally the church is talking theology and not city transformation. Secondly, government is talking protocol, business is talking profit, and civil society is crying out in pain. And although we have all these wonderful efforts that we have in the city, we are not really making a percentage change in poverty alleviation in a city because of the church's presence. My question is, didn't God call us as Nehemiahs to start a new process of city transformation? And I want to make this powerful statement, and I hope that someday in some conference we will discuss this. In order for a city to be apostolic, it would mean that the budget of the kingdom should exceed the budget of the city. Which means that we need to have a complete new look at kingdom economy, a complete new look at governance, which must come over or canopy over government, and bring business into a new perspective within 4 powerful contracts. And I believe if these contracts are in place, we will change the destiny of a city. Firstly, between church and government, we need to have a stakeholders agreement in order for the church to become a community care center. Secondly, between government and business, we need to have an agreement which we call a smart city contract or a city transformation contract, where various projects in smart city style could really look at the total need of a city supporting a mayor. Thirdly, we look at the contract between the business world and civil society, where corporate social investment will be the tax benefit that can go towards the church with the issuing of 18A certificates. To all the Nehemiahs out there, maybe in your spirit you feel the tug of God right now, that God has called you to be a Nehemiah, to restore the wall of your city or your town or your village. But maybe you are caught up within a shepherding model and you never had the opportunity to make that transition. But yet you know you are called apostolically to make a difference and to build into the walls that God has given us in this country. We all know what's happening in South Africa. Towns are burning, cities are burning. Unless we start earnestly to get apostolic prayer motivated. We are not going to change anything in the atmosphere. The first change that needs to happen in this nation is a change in the atmosphere, the spiritual atmosphere. So we call on all Nehemiahs in South Africa that hear my voice today. Please get involved and start praying with us. You can go on the website that you will find on the website under the heading Nehemiah, and please go and look at directives on how to pray effectively to restore the walls of Jerusalem, your ward, your community where God has called you to make the difference. God bless you.